As Dante's punishment begins, Dominic Toretto finally believes he has found peace after everything his family has survived, but that peace does not last long. One quiet morning near the coast, Dom is working on a car engine while Letty trains outside, and for the first time in a long time it feels like the war is over, until Dom receives a message from an unknown number with only 2 chilling words, "You're next." Before Dom can react, another message follows, this time containing a video of Mia tied up in an unknown location with a ticking timer behind her, and Dante's calm, evil voice promising that Dom's life will be destroyed piece by piece. Dom's face hardens as he whispers that no one touches his family and lives. As Dom rushes to gather his crew, the story introduces a powerful new figure in the Fast universe, Rafael Veloce Cruz, a precision-driven driver known for racing like a machine. Rafael isn't a hero and he isn't a villain at first. He's a cold, controlled predator on the road who believes true power is never losing control. Standing on a rooftop in a neon-lit mega-city watching underground street races below, Rafael receives a message from a shadow organization offering him freedom if he defeats Dominic Toretto, the legendary driver known around the world. Rafael accepts the challenge not because he hates Dom, but because he wants to defeat the legend and prove he is the best. Meanwhile, Dom reunites with his family, Letty, Roman, Tej, Ramsey, Han, Giselle, Hobbs, and Shaw, who all return when they realize Dante is back and the threat is bigger than ever. In the safe house, Roman jokes nervously as usual, Tej warns that every one last ride becomes another war, and Ramsey uncovers something terrifying. Dante isn't only targeting Dom's family, he has access to a kill switch connected to global satellite systems, meaning he can shut down cities, disable defense networks, and plunge the world into chaos. Hobbs calls it war, and Dom agrees. This time they aren't just racing for survival, they're racing to save the world. The crew tracks Mia to an underground base near a desert highway and launches a rescue mission, but it turns into a deadly ambush when explosions rip through the road and armored vehicles surround them. A furious battle erupts as Dom's team fights through mercenaries while the convoy races at full speed, and in the middle of bullets and fire Dom launches his car onto the truck carrying Mia, climbs on top while it's moving, and fights guards one by one with pure rage as Letty follows on her bike and joins the fight. Dom finally reaches the cabin, grabs Mia, and pulls her to safety, but the moment they think they've won, a hypercar appears from nowhere and smashes Dom's vehicle off the road, sending him crashing brutally into the sand. The hypercar stops and the driver steps out calmly, Rafael. Dom bleeds as he asks who he is, and Rafael replies with cold confidence that he is someone who doesn't lose. He throws a device into the sand, vanishes in smoke, and leaves Dom knowing this new enemy isn't ordinary. Back at the safe house, Ramsey investigates the device and realizes it wasn't just a weapon. It was a tracker meant to lock onto Dom, proving Rafael was sent to hunt him. Dom's instincts tell him Rafael wants more than a race. He wants him personally, and Dom prepares to face him. Soon a new message arrives with a location and a time, and the words "Final Race," pulling Dom into the neon mega-city where underground racing controls the criminal world. Under glowing lights and roaring crowds, Dom pulls up beside Rafael at the starting line, and Rafael tells him Dante promised freedom if he beats him, while Dom warns him that no one is free under Dante's control. Rafael answers that freedom is taken, not given, and the race begins. It becomes one of the most intense races ever seen, with high-speed drifting through neon streets, tunnel burns, bridge jumps, and deadly corners as Dom and Rafael push their machines beyond limits. They are equal, legend versus perfection, but then the truth is revealed. Dante never planned a clean race. Halfway through, traps ignite across the road, explosions scatter the crowd, drones flood the skies, and the streets become a war zone. The final race was a setup to kill Dom, destroy the city, and steal the satellite activation code. In the chaos, Rafael shocks everyone by turning on Dante's men, slamming into their vehicles to protect Dom, proving he refuses to take orders from devils. As Dante's mercenaries swarm, Dom's crew storms in, and the city turns into a brutal battle of speed, fire, and survival as Dom and Rafael fight side by side, racing through destruction while Tej and Ramsey hack systems in real time. Letty battles on her bike through flames, Han drifts through enemy convoys, Shaw drives through infernos like it's nothing, and Hobbs crushes mercenaries with pure strength. In that moment, Rafael becomes more than a rival. He becomes an ally, and Dom realizes he may be the key to ending Dante's war. But despite the crew's efforts, Dante escapes with the satellite activation code and triggers the final phase of his plan. The war moves to Los Angeles, where Dante activates the system and the city plunges into darkness as power grids crash. Chaos spreads, cars collide, alarms scream, and the world begins to lose control. Dom gathers everyone and tells them this is the end. Either they stop Dante tonight or the world burns tomorrow. The final mission becomes a full-scale war on the streets, filled with insane chases, explosions, airborne stunts, collapsing structures, and car battles that shake the city as Dom and Raphael chase Dante deep into a tunnel system for the final showdown. Inside the tunnels, Dante mocks Dom, saying he already won the moment Dom cared about family, and a brutal fight erupts as Dante fights dirty, stabbing Dom and nearly killing him. Dom's strength fades, but then Raphael steps in and attacks Dante with fearless precision, refusing to let Dom fall. Together they overpower Dante, and Dom pins him against the wall, rage burning in his eyes as he tells Dante he came for the wrong family. Dante smiles and whispers that killing him would make Dom become him, but Dom refuses, saying he isn't Dante, and knocks him out cold. At the same time, Ramsey finally disables the satellite kill switch, restoring lights across the city and stopping the global collapse. Dante's army is defeated, his plan destroyed, and once again the family survives. The film ends the way it always should, around a table with food, laughter, and a peaceful sunset. Everyone gathers for the barbecue. Dom, Letty, Mia, Hobbs, Roman, Tej, Ramsey, Han, Giselle, Shaw, and even Raphael, who sits quietly at first, unsure where he belongs. Dom walks to him, gives him a drink, and tells him he doesn't have to run anymore. Raphael looks around at the people Dom calls family and realizes he has never had anything like this before. He nods slowly and admits maybe he doesn't want to leave, and Dom smiles because in his world, family is not just blood, it's loyalty. As the engines roar in the distance, as Dante's punishment begins, the world Dominic Toretto fought so hard to protect starts to collapse piece by piece. Every road Dom once trusted becomes a trap, every ally a potential target, and every second a race against time. With his family scattered and hunted across the globe, Dom is forced to confront the most intelligent, patient, and ruthless enemy he has ever faced. One who doesn't just want revenge, but total destruction. Dante's plan is calculated and merciless, designed to break Dom emotionally before destroying him physically, turning the very idea of family into a weapon. As cities fall into chaos and global systems are pushed to the brink, Dom realizes that speed alone will not be enough to win this war. In a shocking and unexpected turn of events, Dom forms an unlikely alliance with Cristiano Ronaldo, a powerful new force whose precision, discipline, and unmatched skill bring a dangerous new edge to the fight. Though their worlds could not be more different, they are united by one truth: survival demands trust, sacrifice, and absolute commitment. Together they prepare for one final all-out war, one that will take them across deserts, urban highways, rain-soaked city streets, and heavily guarded strongholds, where every chase is deadlier than the last and every decision carries life or death consequences. Fast and Furious 11 continues the high-octane saga exactly where the previous films left off, raising the stakes to unprecedented levels with relentless high-speed chases, explosive car combat, daring rooftop stunts, intense hand-to-hand fights, massive explosions, collapsing structures, airborne sequences, and breathtaking confrontations that push both man and machine beyond their limits. As Dominic Toretto reunites with Letty, Hobbs, Brian O'Connor, Roman, Tej, Ramsey, and the rest of the crew, old wounds resurface and new sacrifices are demanded. Betrayals cut deeper, loyalties are tested, and the cost of victory becomes heavier than ever before. Each member of the family is forced to confront their past, their fears, and the question of how far they are willing to go for one another. The trailer highlights the franchise's signature blend of adrenaline-fueled action and emotional storytelling, reminding viewers that beneath the roaring engines and burning asphalt lies a story about loyalty, loss, and the unbreakable bond of family. Crafted with cinematic visuals, advanced visual effects, immersive sound design, AI-assisted technology, and meticulous editing, this fan-made concept trailer is created purely for artistic and entertainment purposes, with no official affiliation. It reimagines a climactic chapter filled with intensity, heart, and spectacle, where speed becomes survival, trust becomes power, and family remains the ultimate force. Fast and Furious 11 envisions a world where the final race is not just about who crosses the finish line first, but about who is willing to stand, fight, and sacrifice everything when the road ends and there is nowhere left to run. Sending him crashing brutally into the sand. The hypercar stops and the driver steps out calmly, Raphael. Dom bleeds as he asks who he is, and Raphael replies with cold confidence that he is someone who doesn't lose. He throws a device into the sand, vanishes in smoke, and leaves Dom knowing this new enemy isn't ordinary. Back at the safe house, Ramsey investigates the device and realizes it wasn't just a weapon. It was a tracker meant to lock onto Dom, proving Raphael was sent to hunt him. Dom's instincts tell him Raphael wants more than a race. He wants him personally, and Dom prepares to face him. Soon a new message arrives with a location and a time, and the words "Final Race," pulling Dom into the neon megacity where underground racing controls the criminal world. Under glowing lights and roaring crowds, Dom pulls up beside Raphael at the starting line, and Raphael tells him Dante promised freedom if he beats him, while Dom warns him that no one is free under Dante's control. Raphael answers that freedom is taken, not given, and the race begins. It becomes one of the most intense races ever seen, with high-speed drifting through neon streets, tunnel burns, bridge jumps, and deadly corners as Dom and Raphael push their machines beyond limits. They are equal, legend versus perfection, but then the truth is revealed. Dante never planned a clean race. Halfway through, traps ignite across the road, explosions scatter the crowd, drones flood the skies, and the streets become a war zone. The final race was a setup to kill Dom, destroy the city, and steal the satellite activation code. In the chaos, Raphael shocks everyone by turning on Dante's men. Cars drifting through highways, tunnels, and tight streets. Dom faces the leader of the new crew, who threatens his family and promises total destruction. Dom speeds into one final dangerous mission saying, "This ends tonight, for family."